You know, the World Championships have always, I always say, been good to me. And going into the 87 World Championships in Rome, I was very excited because I was coming off a real strong year the year before without having really the international competition besides the Goodwill Games. So coming into the World Championships, was looking forward to it. Didn't know what I was going to do, but I was very excited because I love competing in Rome, and I just love the atmosphere and going into those World Championships where we were looking forward to it, and really just tried to replicate what I had done the year before. Yes, so I'm getting out really well. I had to really work on reconstruction because it was really tough, because the hurdles was one of those events that would set the tone, you know. And I really wasn't, in my opinion, wasn't one of the best hurdlers, you know, but, you know, I had to be consistent. Now, the high jump, this was the key, because being able to go at 187, and yes, and I was so happy because I was an inconsistent high jumper. Then the shot put was just keeping it, you know, even, just keeping me in the hunt, you know, and being able to toss in, yes. So I was, yes. And then the 200, it's like, stay healthy, get out, run the curve, come home, pushing it, you know. And that set me up for the first day to know exactly what I wanted to do and needed to do in this 200 meters. It just run away with it, yes. Go, Jackie, go. Oh, this just brings back so many great memories. Oh my goodness. The high jump, and when it comes down to the multi-events, it sets the tone. And even though the hurdles, it was a swift race for me, a PR for me, but I really had to be over 187, 188 in that high jump to set the tone. You know what? I look at my, when I look at the points, you know, wow, that was pretty impressive. So I look at my time. So I try to go against what did I do, what I didn't do, what I did, you know, and so I wasn't too far off, you know, because when you look at this, you know, the difference there, you know, yeah, because I remember the shot put, I had a great shot put. That was really, really PR for me. And it was like, whoa, you know, which made, but that high jump, that 190, that was the key. Long jump here. Set the temperature. You know, keep that rhythm. Boom, 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 boom. Take off. So, even with that jump, key was to accelerate through and just really, at this time, we're thinking about good distance, but more about getting points. Right. Nicotina could throw that javelin. So I knew. Yeah. She could throw that javelin. And then I think I got my best here. This was my, yeah. But it was the worst, but it became one of my better on this day. Oh, gosh.
So it's not quite as many points as she hoped for. She's got 93, 94 points.
But that's okay. I had to put it together.
45 meters, 68. That's what she has to settle for.
800 was the least favorite. But the javelin was so technical because at times I could get it, and then at times I would find myself, yeah. So that's why being able to be such a great long jumper, but I put too much pressure on myself, you know. I think, you know, I was supposed to be focusing on executing what I was trained to do. But what I was focusing on, trying to run with my competitors, thinking they're going to run a good pace, because I was still on the verge of breaking the world record. But they took it out real slow, which doesn't work for me. Going out too slow is not good for me. And I remember when Bobby was telling me, look at the clock. I'm like, well, I wasn't looking at that clock. And see, here we go. Because I had an opportunity. So then I think I got boxed in. Just all kind of things. As an experienced runner, it shouldn't happen. So, because we really go, because Anka Beamer could run 2:02 2:07, 2:05. They were running. I think we came through. I think we came through probably about at 69, 70 seconds. Real slow. Yes. See, that was too slow. My advice is to learn to run your own pace. It's good to have a competitor of all athletes, but in my case, this was the first time to run 2:14 to break the world record. That is great, you know. But no, I was just too slow, and I felt it. Lactic acid had built up, and when I just plod along, I think Bobby on the backstretch saying, "Look at that clock move." I was moving as fast as I could. So I would tell anyone out there is, your body, how you train, what you need to run, then you execute what you've been prepared to do. For me, no. Yes, I'm drifting. Oh God. And see, they came back negative splits. And because I still went over 7,000 points, and that was the goal. Yes. I look at the athletes now, even when I think about those who have scored high, the expectation sometimes can be overwhelming, that we don't appreciate the great performance. And, and to have great performance and great competition makes for a healthy environment, not only on the field, but off the field for the athletes that are competing today. Yes, I think I had 2 days in between. And after I had finished the heptathlon, I celebrated that moment, but then I had to regroup because I really had to be in a mindset of getting ready for the long jump, and not to be a competitor in the long jump. I really wanted to get hardware. I wanted to be gold, silver, or bronze. I really wanted to be a gold medalist, but I had to execute, that performance, because it was like, people were questioning why you doing it, and I don't think you'll be able to do it. Aren't you tired, and all these things? And it's like, no, this is something that I want to compete. I want to compete against the best, in the long jump, because I love the long jump. Yes. Yes, it was very fierce. I knew going into the long jump that I had to be able to execute better than 7:15, 7:20. And after jumping 7:14 in the heptathlon, so it was like, okay, you can't think about what you did in the heptathlon, because I knew Heike Drexler. She was my biggest competitor, and I knew that just trying to execute one jump, that's all I needed. One jump, make it through the qualifying round, and then come back and compete in the open long jump. So this might have been right at the 5th attempt, and I was so glad for the fans that time they would put the jump up there, because that was the winning jump. Yes, that was the winning jump. Yeah, and see, that's illegal there. He was trying to take it away. Thank God for the fans. And they show on the big screen, and yes, I didn't really need to jump anymore, but that was the winning jump. But in my mind, I knew that whatever my competitors could do, I could do it too. And so when you look at 91, all of a sudden they had changed the schedule. The long jump was first, and we were really contemplating, should we do both? But then we decided that we would do both. And so going into the championship and executing, almost injuring myself in the long jump. And I think we know, because the long jump was ballistic, and then no days rest, come back, and I started the heptathlon. And unfortunately, in the last event on the first day, I ended up injuring my hamstring. And yeah, this is when I injured on the one attempt on my ankle. Yeah, but Bobby still wanted me. I want you to get ready to jump anyway. This one, they had too much plasticine. So if you look on the thing, you can see where the thing sucked my foot up, and it caused me to slip. Yes. Yeah, see how that, oh my goodness. I was so fortunate, you know, because people thought I tore my knee, but because of, I think, my flexibility, you know, so Bobby's there, and then Bob Forster, who's my physical therapist, he's saying that it's okay. So then they're going to tape it up, and I'm feeling that it's okay, you know, because I've had twisted ankles from playing basketball, and it didn't hurt at all, you know. And so Bobby wanted me to jump again to boost my confidence, to know that it's okay. But I think a lot of it had to do with where they got the plaster scene. Oh my goodness, I had never seen it. I was just thinking about my health, saying that it's good because they're asking me, and I'm like, I feel no pain. You know, it was kind of scary at the moment because I never experienced where, if you see how my foot had turned, I just wanted to make sure my knee was okay, you know, but everything was good. And so I trust in my team, and they said, you know, we're going to go back out there. You're going to try to jump again. I'm like, okay, yes. And just made sure we taped it up. And believe it or not, it didn't swell. It didn't do anything. I was ready to run a good 200 meters. And you could see when I went down, I was still trying to like run on the ground. Oh, yeah. And so everything was on the right side, and then it was the right hamstring that went. Yep. As soon as I come out, because I'm out good, then it should be right at the top of the curve. Right there when I got ready to accelerate. Yep, right there. Yes. Joyner-Kersee beats the ground. Yep, that was it. That was really devastating because I had never really been injured on the field in competition like that. I think by the time I got to the 200 meters, the body was already, it was just too much ballistic, you know. So we never really trained to go ballistic, fast. And so doing the long jump, going through the qualifying round, going through the finals, then coming back the next day, doing the hurdles, high jump, shot put, and 200 meters. So the body never got an opportunity to rest. And the World Championship, it really set the tone, you know, for myself as far as being a top athlete and ready to go into the Olympic Games. And athletics in general, for me, it's the gift that keeps giving. It allowed me to use athletics as a platform to do the work in my community, to motivate and inspire a generation to believe the impossible is probable. And so to be a part, you know, of world athletics, and to understand the transition of going from every 4 years to every other year, you know, it's just really been a tremendous gift. And for me to be able to be celebrated, I'm so honored, you know, because sometimes our performances are just performance and people forget about it. But I think there are so many great legends that's a part of our sports that help build the legacy where the younger generation can really marvel after, but then also learn from.